Hello and welcome back to another Cine Console episode. We are doing a recommendation today, more of a self-recommendation.
So just whatever we want.
Yeah, whatever we want episode. I'm here with Gosho,
Pico.
and we are talking today about Talk to Me.
Talk to me, boy. Talk to me, girl.
Let's get into it. Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Right, shall we start off with a quick synopsis?
Go for it. Tell us about it. Tell us about that film, Pico.
In Talk to Me, a group of teenagers discovers an eerie hand that allows them to communicate with spirits during a supernatural ritual. As they delve into this supernatural world, the line between fun and danger blurs. The spirits' interactions become increasingly intense, leading to terrifying consequences that challenge the teens' understanding of life, death, and the world beyond ours.
Word.
So,
sounds terrifying.
Sort of first horror.
Best horror, really.
Yeah, it's not our best genre.
Yeah, I was just going to say, mainly because I feel like horrors have been done to death.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a lot of originality anymore. People just want to throw in jump scares or try and throw as many twists as possible, whether it makes sense or not, just to try and make a good film.
Yeah, like there's some horrors I don't like. Like,
Yeah.
I like Drag Me to Hell.
I like the ones where I don't watch them.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. But
No, I do like Drag Me to Hell.
There is some good ones, like somewhere they put a bit of effort into actually doing it.
Yeah, It Follows, Drag Me to Hell.
Happy Death Day, it's not too bad.
28 Days Later.
Horror?
Oh yeah, still scary, isn't it?
Horror though. It's a zombie, isn't it?
Yeah. Bulls, guards,
But it's not even a zombie. It's apparently not a zombie. Alright, so we're not like really into horrors, but we do like the really good horrors. Let's
Yeah.
just say that. Really good horrors, not just ones that are, do as much gore, do as much jump scares, do whatever, you know. So.
I mean, if they warrant it and they need to be in there, all for it. But when the premise of the whole film is built around jump scares,
and all gore.
oh yeah,
It's me, Al Gore.
yeah, I'm just like, well, I see that a lot anyway. I'm desensitized.
Yeah. This is not scary anymore.
No.
So, okay, so we're going to jump straight into your favourite disturbing scene. Just straight into it.
Favourite disturbing scene?
Some of what probably was a bit disturbing to you. Something that it doesn't even have to be that disturbing, just like what you would put yourself in that situation, it would be awful. Whatever your favourite.
I think I see that probably won't surprise you. And that's just when they're in the hospital and she's trying to talk to the kid after he's been possessed.
Oh, yeah.
And he just starts whacking his head on the hospital tile floor.
Oh, it's like, boom,
Boom, boom, and he's bleeding. He's like that,
and he's just laughing.
just licking the blood
Oh,
off.
that is a-
That's disturbing.
That is a good disturbing scene.
That is disturbing. He's like, and I'm like, oh man, that's fucking freaky.
Oh, yeah. It's gruesome, that is.
Yeah,
Like, it makes it worse because he's a kid.
Yeah.
And they make him out to be a very innocent kid.
Yeah.
So it's basically a very innocent kid being taken over.
and that's what I mean. Like by that was justified, that scene, because it showed you that, like,
Yeah.
how much taken over it was and how brutal and like they put you in that horrifying situation.
Yeah, yeah. So my probably most disturbing scene is when same kid, obviously, when he first gets possessed, obviously, and it's where she basically holds on and she's talking to her mum basically, and then it goes on too long, and then he gets taken over more than he should have, and then he starts trying to pull his eye out.
Oh, that eye was like touching of eyes.
Oh yeah, I know, but it's because he's
Makes
just
me
like,
freaky
'cause
anyway.
He opens it up, doesn't he? And it's trying to. Oh, it's just horrible.
Eyes are not my thing. You know?
Yeah.
Eyes, bleh. eyes, baby.
Yeah, so that was a gruesome scene for me. There's, I think the whole premise of, like, obviously being taken over is just scary in itself.
Yeah.
And when that he first gets taken over, like you say, it's because he's portrayed as that innocent kid. Oh, just let me have a try. I want to see what it's like. Do you know? And this brings me into like another what we're going to talk about is like drugs. So like this whole thing of going meeting or someone from the beyond, shall we say?
Yeah.
It's like a drug to them. And it's like when they're all together does, and the second time when they're all together, when the kid actually starts trying to take his eye out, it's like they're all doing drugs together.
Yeah.
Like they're getting a massive high from it.
Yeah, like a big party from it, and it's like, whoa, everyone's there, fucking getting lit.
Yeah.
Lit with the spirits.
Lit with the spirits.
Getting down with the sickness.
But yeah, it's just like, obviously, so it's like they're doing like, just, it's like a massive drug scene in it.
Yeah, it is.
So it's like a new drug on the scene. And I really like that concept as part of it. Like, that's the reason why you'd want to continue doing it. Because
Yeah,
it gives
the
you
thrill.
Because it gives you the thrill, the high, that it probably gives them loads of adrenaline.
Yeah.
So is there any other further disturbing scenes you have actually got?
Yeah, there was one more actually. I'm glad you
Go
asked
on.
me because I thought, I wonder if I'll get this in there. And that's do you know when she starts seeing things after she went too long, didn't she? And she started seeing things.
Yeah.
Not as long as the kids be taken over or whatever, but she started seeing things. I don't know if I've mentioned she started seeing things.
Yeah, she did start seeing things.
Yes.
I remember that scene.
So-
and then that scene, and then that scene.
Basically, the film. Do you remember the film? And it's where she gets that guy, a friend's boyfriend, to stay over at her house.
Oh, yeah.
And she wakes up, and you see that fucking middle-aged, demented woman in
Yeah,
the corner.
yeah.
And the way she moves, and I'm like, oh, I don't know why. It made my fucking heart go into my stomach. And then the way she starts sucking on his feet, and I was like, what is going on?
That's the part I liked.
Well, that's where my heart went. And then when he wakes up, it's actually air sucking his feet, and I was like, "Oh man, it was." I think it's just the way that woman moved, and she's like, all over the feet, and yeah, that made me feel a bit like, oh, I don't know if I like that. But I liked it.
Yeah, that was a really good disturbing scene. I'm trying to think of like other ones, having just watched it recently. It's not so much disturbing, but the good thing about it is it's not just trying to be disturbing. It's
Yeah.
actually got a great storyline.
Yeah.
From start to finish, ending, everything is really good storyline. Like they proper put a good movie together.
I thought it was like one of the few original. Well, I don't think I've seen it like that. With the same storyline, so I thought it was quite original.
Yeah, it was. And especially like the ending. I won't say the ending. I will talk about that.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to talk about because this was quite a low budget movie. I'll just get the price of what the actual was thinking, but we're going to talk about basically low budget movies, indie movies, versus your blockbuster movies.
Yeah.
So this was obviously a massively indie movie. I'll just go on IMDb now and get the.
I'm already trying to think now, like other films where they had a real short budget but were massively successful.
Yeah, so I was thinking of another horror. Obviously, It Follows.
Yeah.
That was another indie movie. Really, really good. So the estimated budget for this movie was $4.5 million.
I mean, I suppose I'm thinking less than that, but I mean,
Inflation, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
that's what we call low budget.
$4.5 million
In
compared
terms
to
of
these days standards. Like, I mean, yeah, Disney movies that are coming out are like $250 million, $300 million to make. I know there's one movie that came out recently that was $500 million to make.
Wow.
It's like $500 million.
What was
What are they
that?
spending on? I don't know. I can't remember. But I just know there was one that was $500 million because I remember seeing it on the TikTok. I think it was another Disney movie. But this one, $4.5 million, and it grossed worldwide $92 million.
Oh wow.
So although that's a really good obviously return to profit, say what is it, 88 million. So 88 million made on a you've got a small budget and then you've just gone and made an absolute blockbuster itself.
Yeah.
But I suppose with the blockbuster movies they do spend about 200 million, but they're making about 900 million back normally. Normally, if it's a good movie or it's a well anticipated movie, it's making a lot of money back. So obviously it's making 700 million, whilst it's only made 88 million.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
But it's a great return on investment, though. Obviously, if you put it in terms of how much you're getting back times your money, you get about 22 times your money back on this.
Yeah.
Whilst on something what's costing you 200 million, you only get 900 million, you get 4.5 times your money back.
Hopefully, if they carry on in this well, like, they can use that to make another great film. Or the second one, don't talk to me.
Stop talking to me.
Yeah, please stop talking to me. That's like the fourth one.
I'm bored now. So the directors of this movie, they had a chance to do something in the DCEU, and they turned that down to do this movie.
Oh wow! What was the thingy to do?
I don't know. It was a.
He throws that out there.
Well,
you don't even know.
It's part of the thing. So there was a project that. So they had this project, or they could have done a DCEU movie, but they didn't decide to do that because they thought this one had not just had more potential, but I think they had great ideas of what they could do with this movie. So it's two brother directors.
I'm glad they did though.
Yeah, definitely, and they were both Australian, and because it's like an Australian movie, all set in Australia, everything Australian about it. That's why they wanted to do it.
What another thing I liked is that there weren't really any famous actors that you recognise.
Yes, that's another thing. That's probably what kept the budget down as well. You know, at first, like on Talk to Me, I was struggling to get into it because of. I don't know, they weren't gripping me much, the characters, but the further it gets into the movie, it just seems like you forget about all that.
You do.
And you just get right into it.
Nobody sucks toes like that.
I know. That is the best.
That's not acting. She's done that.
So yeah, it's great that basically the director's like, no, we could have gone and done something big, but to start on this being their first movie, great idea.
Yeah.
Just great idea.
Gives them more credibility.
It does. Because then now they can do anything they want. You know what I mean? Now they've got the potential to do anything they want because they've created a great movie. So yeah, 4.5 million. So, you know, it's good because I like the fact that indie movies get the sort of justice they deserve if they've done a good job.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it follows. You know, I can't think of loads off the top of my head. I mean, there is some indie movies that does absolutely.
And one that's not an indie
opinion.
film. One that's not an indie film, but in a real small budget. Once Saw 1, a real small budget.
I don't know. Let's have a look.
I'm sure it was, and they managed to film it all in one location. And I'm sure that made a massive amount of money compared to the budget. Wasn't it something like 250,000?
250,000.
I've probably made that up.
You've got to have. It's got flipping and Daniel Glover in it.
I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, he got 249,000.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I think.
Oh shit!
Was it?
Yes.
Was
it
that
wasn't
what it was?
250. It's not far off.
Oh, really?
But
597.
it's 1.2 million. We're never gonna get that.
Yeah, never gonna work.
But that made 103 million worldwide as well. So 1.2 million.
Yeah, I knew it was a small budget film.
God, they couldn't have paid the actors a lot, unless they paid them in a percentage.
Yeah,
That's another thing, innit? That's a good thing. Like when you try and get decent actors to come on board, that they'll do it because they get a percentage of returns, basically.
What about 28 Days Later? Wasn't that like a indie thing at the time?
I thought I'm supposed to be asking the questions.
I know, sorry, I've taken over. Anyway, so this is the Gosho Show. And I've got a guest on today.
It's right about bit more of a budget, $8 million.
Right.
But still, it's still indie by any standards, really.
And how much did it make?
Because 84 million. Do you know they're making
really?
it 28 years later?
28 years later. No, why?
I don't know.
Why?
I just saw it today.
20 years
Cillian
later.
Murphy is coming back to it as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's still walking around with a plastic bag in his hand.
Yeah, couldn't asking if he wants Fanta, a little off flipping Sprite and Coke.
Wow. What are they going to do with that?
I don't know. See, I like Cillian Murphy because he does seem to do like your indie movies as well. Like I remember him doing an indie short. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a 10-minute long short movie.
Yeah.
It was just really interesting.
I like him as an actor. He's really good.
Yeah. So let's get back to Talk to Me now.
Yeah, sorry. Now we've cured our curiosity.
So Okay, so say you're a teenager.
I don't know why teenagers are like that.
You showed your age.
I know, I must have done a good job. You thought I was a teenager.
So, say you're a teenager.
Yeah.
And you're in this situation. Would you be fearful or more curious about touching the hand?
I remember when I was younger and I'd touch hands all the time. Nah. I remember when I was younger and I remember being fearless.
Yeah.
Like thinking of nothing can, you know, like you're still living at home, you've got no worries, you're frightened of nothing. And I think now, thinking as an adult, no chance.
Yeah.
Dive into that spiritual nonsense.
Yeah.
But as a teenager, I don't know, maybe.
I think I'd be too scared.
Yeah, it depends. If I was going first, no way.
No, yeah.
No
Let
way.
someone else do it first. But if you saw their eyes go into that and then flipping, they started talking shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
You, boy. I'd like start talking to you like that. Would you do it still? Oh, he likes you.
I'm not, let's have a look. I'm not doing that.
Get in there. Talk to me.
We're just doing loads of handshake. We'll all just grab on like that. I'm summoning from the coffee table.
You got your own handshake with the hand. You got your fucking best friend handshake.
Oh, by that time, it's just completely taken over the other person. Then the film goes completely different. Queen starts playing like, "Oh, you're my best friend." And you're skipping into like a field with him and going on bike rides.
Holding that.
And I like, not like this. The original person's soul's been condemned to hell. Like you're just having a real good time with this new guy.
Oh, not the snort.
Best man at his wedding. He's doing the eye joke like.
Oh, it's good. Alright, so you think you'd be more curious than fearful?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe I'm just really big balls, but I remember when I was young, I used to try and be quite daring just to be like, make my friends laugh or be impressed.
Yeah.
So I could see me possibly. I can't say for definite, but possibly I'd be curious.
Yeah, I think I'd be a bit more fearful.
Yeah.
Especially if I went second or I was going to go second and then I saw what happens to flipping there in the
Yeah.
first, but I'd be like, I'll pass. Hard pass, thank you.
As you did that, you just.
You're my best friend. Oh dear. Did you know? A little bit of a fun fact for you.
I love fun facts.
Factoids.
Better than shit facts.
They are. So all the major cast in the movie, like all your major players in it, in the party scene at the beginning, they're all dressed as different characters.
What do you mean?
So they're just like completely different characters in the movie, but they acted and they're like dressed in pink and blue hair and everything. But they're actually in the party scene itself, and one of the directors is in the party scene as well.
No way.
Yeah, so there's fun little
I like that.
Easter eggs and stuff like that in there, don't
Yeah.
they? Yeah, just a little. So was there any stupid dickhead moments? which seem to happen in horror movies all the time.
All the time.
All the time, like just that stupid dickhead moment where you're like, why you done that?
Yeah, I remember being real fucking pissed off in the film, like, oh, why have you done this?
Yeah.
And that's when, obviously, when the boy first holds, well, no, when he's actually held on for too
Yeah.
long, and he sees her mum,
Oh, she sees a woman, yeah.
and she's like, oh no, let me talk to her, I'll keep talking, and puts him in jeopardy, puts his life in danger, just so she could talk to her mum
Yeah.
a little bit longer. And I just think, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. She's come through and you're like, oh, my mum, but you'll just have to chance that you might see her again another time because you're getting him to hold on longer and longer, and you know there's bad things, and you held on too long for a little bit, and you sort of started seeing things.
Yeah.
Fucking, what are you doing?
And she killed herself, so...
Yeah.
it's her own fault, really.
Yes,
She's a knobhead.
fucking idiot, man.
Mum's a knobhead, she's a knobhead.
She's a
And then
knobhead.
she kills her dad.
Yeah, fucking mega knobhead.
So her mum committed suicide and basically killed her whole family.
The repercussions are on her mum.
Yeah, and it's just like stupid things like... Then afterwards she just would not stop using the hand.
Yeah. Just like she was
Just because she wanted to get like in touch with her mum.
I know, idiot man, just a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Idiotic moments
Yeah.
in Hollywood. But they always happen, don't they?
Thick as fuck, man.
No, I hate it. That's one of the reasons I don't.
Yeah,
No,
because
they don't the horror rule.
yeah, because they usually put someone in a situation where they don't make a common sense move
Yeah.
for the plot of the film, and we all know like no one probably realistically would ever make that move,
Yeah.
and a lot of them, and it's like, why have you done that? You've just caused all that, and that's why sometimes you get pissed off because you're like, why would some moron do that? You wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. And it just seems to happen all the time in horror movies. Like
Yeah.
from the beginning of the time, when the woman goes, "Oh, I've slipped over. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna die."
And then instead of getting back up and running like fuck, they're going, Well, if you use that hand, put it on the floor, hoist yourself back up and carry on running, bitch.
I think Scary Movie, like, mimic that whole thing right at the beginning of, because they do the Scream, the version of Scream right at the beginning with Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
They do it in Scary Movie, and it's like, danger this way, off a pin, safety this way, and she chooses danger, It's a complete piss out of fucking horror movies,
Yeah.
basically, which I'm going to put on the screen. Right, so the ending. Do we say spoiler alert?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Even though we spoil pretty much everything, spoiler alert.
But I mean,
I did just say she kills her dad and kills herself, so.
yeah. I mean, if you come here to watch this review before seeing the film, you fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. You should probably know by now we review the whole film because we've seen it. This isn't to go, oh, you go watch it and then come back to us. So, that's on you.
Yeah, if you're going to make stupid mistakes like horror movies. Right, ending then.
Yeah, I thought it was a great ending.
I thought it was a good ending. It was a clever ending. Good
was.
twist ending, really. Not twist ending, but it was like good to see like her basically be killed, and then she's now the one on the other side of the hand.
Yeah, because I didn't get what was happening. She was in the dark, and then she saw the light and she started walking to it, and it was only like just a little bit after that I thought, no.
Yeah, and then you see her that hand, and she goes and grabs it because it just looks like a hand, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So she grabs her hand, and it's like, and then she's at the other end, and it's like, and it just ends. I thought,
And I'm like, whoa.
perfect.
And
That's
like,
great.
Wow.
Great ending. Perfect ending to a really decent movie.
Although,
Why? It was all upbeat. It was up here.
although, I don't know if you want. I don't know if we're doing that.
Positive, and Josh is gonna go. Come home.
Are we doing the negative parts now, or what? Or are we...
Yeah, I got the negative.
So, my gripes with the film is, one, we don't really know much about the mum killing herself. Like,
No, it was a bit strange, really, wasn't it?
yeah, it was pissing me off because I remember halfway through the film, I was like, so what did her mum do? Like, what was up
And I was like, I'm not sure. I think it tells you later on, and it doesn't.
yeah,
It
you
doesn't
literally
really,
just,
don't really expand. on
you'd
it.
really just like fob me off a little bit just for the sake of the film. It's like, it tells you later on. So I'm like, I don't like this one. I have to explain out and watch the film.
Yeah, I really doesn't explain anything, does it?
Like, what was wrong for her? What was her illness? How did she kill? Because he was like, they mentioned that she was clawing through
the door.
the door.
Or clawing at the door. Why would she be clawing
what
at
was
the
that's
door?
what I mean. I don't
Was her
get
dad
it.
abusing her? I don't.
That's what I mean. They never really made it clear, so that pissed me off a little bit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Two.
Maybe a bit of poor editing that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Two is, did the little boy ever get saved, or did he just remain a fucking demon inside the boy?
No, he's got saved, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, because when she's going into the darkness, you see him walking away like he's all fine.
Oh dear.
Yeah, can't remember.
No.
Because like she sees her dad, and his dad's. Oh no, her dad survives.
Does he?
Yeah, because she sees him walking away into the elevator, doesn't he? And he goes. So he actually survived. In the end.
Okay, I can't remember that bit.
I know, for fucking heck, it's...
Talk to me.
Talk to me, bro. Right, yeah, he's walking away with his family. It's
Okay.
absolutely fine.
Cool. How though? Because like he was trapped in hell.
I know, but because do you remember right at the beginning when they were at that party and that guy's trying to save his brother and the brother stabs him and then stabs himself?
Yeah.
Obviously, the brother survives the stabbing, and he says on the bus because he all got to try and find him, though, and talking to him on the bus, and he says, "If you just leave it, it'll
He
go
dies,
away.
yeah, of course.
It'll
Now
go
I
away.
remember. All right.
It'll get better. But if you keep doing it, then it'll just keep getting worse."
Right. Last thing
There you go.
is
Knocking these out the park.
yeah, I like it.
Even though I'm agreeing with some of them.
Yeah. So now that obviously ended, she is the spirit on the other side of the hand. Does that mean she intends to inhabit a body and kill it?
I don't know. That was a strange one because, like, obviously her mother, because it must have been a mother,
Yeah.
right? But then her mother was just a cunt.
Yeah. I think.
Her mother wanted her to do all these evil things. Her mother wanted to kill her dad for whatever reason.
Yeah. Is that because rather one, when you're in there, you become twisted, and you become corrupt and starts corroding and be a form of your person?
But it's stuff that's just not answered, though.
Or do you just take shape of a random person just to try and get somewhere?
Can you expand on that bit?
No. Like, are you just a spirit? You just take form of someone looks like, or maybe resembles somewhere in some life. I don't know. Probably not. That's probably the most. Now I've said it, it sounds stupid. That's probably the most unrealistic one.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
Don't
So-
worry, I'll cut it out.
So maybe like that's what I mean. Her mum was. Her mum was like, they made it punchy. So was she a bad person, or because she was in
That's true.
today? I don't know. That's why I was like, so what's she gonna do?
So it's-
because she wasn't necessarily a bad person. She just made bad choices. Don't do drugs.
Maybe there's more evil people, more evil spirits, I suppose.
People want to cling on to
'cause
life.
When she first does that, the talk to me, the talk to me ritual, she sees that really gross looking woman, doesn't she? And look like she died in a flipping river sort of
Yeah.
thing. And then she obviously lets her in. But then she starts talking to the kid and saying, "Oh, he likes you." Who's she talking about?
Yeah.
So that's an interesting one. Like, who is she talking about?
Yeah.
Which is a real evil spirit. So she's obviously that evil spirit. It must come. Like, that's why I could only do it for 2 minutes or a minute and a half or whatever it was. So after that, that's when the evil spirit starts taking over. And that's why her mum's there talking, and then she left it too long, and then this other spirit gets to take over because it's been longer.
Maybe. Yeah.
So maybe it's just more evil spirits.
Yeah. I just clarifying. Great film still.
Don't be talking to me. What we coming out and then stop talking to me.
Stop to it and then talk to somebody else.
I'm an introvert.
Who's talking? John Travolta's
Look
in it.
who's talking to me. For me, Bruce Willis comes out of retirement and just starts fucking doing the baby voices of Mikey. So, we'll come to the end here, but do you, the people produced it, or the studios that produced it, is A24.
Right.
A24, oh my goodness, they're a very, very new company that was founded, or started making movies in 2012, so they're 12 years old. And they've made some really good movies, I'll just
Reel some off.
reel some off, so. Got The Whale,
Okay, yeah, I liked that.
Uncut Gems,
I haven't seen that. Is that the one with
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I was watching
seen
it, I
that.
couldn't really get into it myself, but Midsummer,
I ain't seen
another
that.
horror. Moonlight, it's about two black kids in the hood sort of thing, and basically the homosexuals, but it's because they're in where they are, it's it's super frowned upon.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like a story of that. I didn't really like it that much, but you know, it's highly rated. Bew is Afraid. I've seen it advertised. It's got Joaquin Phoenix in there. Jacqueline.
Joaquin.
Joaquin. Right, Joaquin Phoenix. Dream Scenario. Nicolas Cage.
Ah, yeah, I did like that. That was another. Do you know what? That was a really good original film again.
Yeah, we'll review that.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
watch
maybe,
that recently,
it seems like maybe this studio has some really good original ideas.
Yeah, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
I watched that.
Yeah,
and
I
I
did.
really liked that.
And I
Another
didn't.
original idea.
I mean, it was definitely original, but I didn't like it. You did though.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe we'll have
I'm
to
just on
review
their
that one
website
point.
now. Just 1 second. I know there's some others. The new Civil War that's come out.
Yeah,
I
I
ain't
wanna see
seen
that.
it, but that'll be
And yes, they've been real
that'll be a
active,
new
haven't they?
released. The Iron Claw.
I love that film.
Yeah, they made that.
It's great. You should watch that.
Yeah. I think that's it. From what I know, yeah.
So
Some
they've
really absolute
So-
class.
Is this one of the first ones they ever did then? Talk to me.
No, but it's their second highest grossing movie.
So I'm going to say, because you can tell they must have gained some credibility if they're doing like things like Iron Claw and Civil War and stuff, all this new type of films coming out. But
Yeah.
I really like
Great
Dream
studio.
Scenario was
Great studio.
was real good. So yeah, I liking the way they're going.
I'm not one to follow studios or anything like that, but it does seem like they're coming up with some good classics, and
Yeah.
you know, it's something that if they keep on continuing with this down this road, like it seems like they create unique. It's always unique movies,
Yeah.
unique storylines, cool storylines, something that's different to just remaking a movie from the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, or very similar to another film, but slightly change it. And
Yeah.
that's from like one like you had Taken, and then you had John Wick and
Equalizer.
Equalizer, and they all started copying each other, didn't
Yeah,
they?
of course they did.
And you get that.
I mean, I like John Wick, so.
I love John Wick.
I love
yeah.
Taken.
They were really
I know what you got.
Bad, yeah,
In
bad
fact, I
example.
keep copying them.
We want more. I think I've got all my gripes out. Great film.
Gripes, favourite scenes, don't
Yeah.
do drugs.
Definitely do not do drugs. Don't shake hands with a strange porcelain hand.
Unless you want to become best mates with it.
Yeah.
Right, okay, let's do some reviewing then.
Let's do some reviewing.
Oh,
I'm going to change our review today.
What?
I'm going to change our review today.
Do you mean you're going to change it?
It's going to change our review.
Are you going to change how you do it?
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Well, I say change how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to present it differently.
Okay.
That's probably a better choice of words. You happy now?
Yes. I'm always happy. Right. Boom. 8.
8.
8 caps for me.
8 caps.
Do you know what? And because
Solid
obviously,
rating.
I mean, I don't like horror movies, but honestly, that one was up there for me for any horror movie I've ever watched.
Definitely. All right, 1 star. 2 star. 3 star. 4 star. 5 star. 6 star. 7 star. 8 star. Rockstar. 8 stars.
8 stars as well.
Or 8 caps, shall I say?
Yeah, 8 caps.
So I don't know why 6 stars. Ruin the whole film.
The whole reviewing process. You're right, you did say he was going to do it different.
No, I agree with you. I'm not a massive fan of horrors, but this one was really original, really good storyline. Really enjoyed it. Obviously, for the things that I mentioned, which were a bit gripey for me, they're what brought it down to an 8.
Yeah. So, and everything we talked about, I mean, when I first watched the movie, I was thinking, oh yeah, it's about 8 or 9. And
Yeah.
then after we've talked about it and some of the stupid things in it, you know, it just brought it down to, I think 8. Well, 8's a great rating, though.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
really
Flipping
good, solid rating.
If you'll get 8 on flipping IMDb, you've made it as a flipping great movie, haven't you?
Yeah,
So just to let you know, the IMDb rating was only about 7.1.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're rated a bit higher than.
I mean, that's still
your
good rating on
average.
IMDb,
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
great. Again, for horror. Like, I always feel like horror and comedies don't ever look for a 9 or a 10 or an 8, you
Yeah.
know, because you're very unlikely to find them. It's always, if you want a good comedy, even some comedies can be 5.5 and still be decent comedies. But if you're looking for a good comedy or horror, 6 or 7
Yeah.
will always be a good rated comedy or horror, because it's very, it's not like other movies where you'll either like it or you won't like it. So you'll either like the comedy or you won't like the comedy, or you'll either like the horror or you just will not like that horror.
Yeah.
And that's how them genres kind of go. So I ain't very solid rating. Alright, I'm done, mate.
You're done, right? Let us know what you think about today's episode. Let us know what you thought about the film. If you found anything out that we didn't, maybe about the things that we mentioned were a bit of an issue, what are your thoughts on that? Let us know if there's anything we missed. Whoop. Please subscribe. Our website is now active. Go look at the website, subscribe, do whatever you want. Just keep watching, check us out. We appreciate your support. Any more recommendations for us to review? Greatly appreciated. But talk to me. How did you? Boop.